This is Series 1, Episode 81. Today is the 9th of October 2021 and this is a Saturday. I'm just going to talk about the general market conditions, guys, and I don't actually see anything positive to say at the moment. It looks like we're going to see further selling. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but I'm going to talk about it, explain it to you. I'm going to talk about the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, and this video will be more technical than usual, so some of you may find it a little bit boring. But I'm going to do it anyway. Some of you might learn something, some of you might be interested, so let me get cracking. I'm going to use what they call Fibonacci, the Fibonacci retracement tool, which is this here. Do your own research on Fibonacci, but traders all around the world definitely use it, because I've seen it time and time again. And the way it works is you use a tool, you take a recent high point, so they call it a swing point, and what I mean by a swing point is where price comes down then comes up for a time. That's a swing, because then price reverses again. So that's the swing high there. So I'm going to take the high and drag it down to the low. And what the tool automatically does is draw these lines in. And many people, traders, and hopefully some of you will know about this, the 61.8% Fibonacci level is what they call the golden ratio. And it's often well respected in the trading field. Now, of course, like anything in trading, nothing's guaranteed. So the way I use it is I watch when price reaches one of these lines, particularly the 61.8 and the 726.4, those two lines there. And then I look to see what price starts doing. And what price is telling me here is it hit the 61.8 and immediately started rejecting that level, indicated by this red candle. That looks negative, and it shows to me that there's selling pressure forming on the Nasdaq. Now, if I show this S&P 500, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Price came down, stopped here, goes up for a time. That is your swing point high. Then drag the tool down to the swing low, where price stops here, and we have the same kind of thing here. So price comes up, gets to the 61.8%, goes a little bit higher up to the 76.4. And then I start paying attention to see what price is doing, and we start getting, you can see how when it hit the 76.4 we start seeing selling pressure. So I don't like the look of that on those two indices, but let me focus on the Nasdaq, because that is where the growth stocks are, and that's where the majority of people are trading at the moment, in growth stocks. So I'm going to talk about the Nasdaq. So this is the Nasdaq daily again. What I'll do is I will highlight that. What we're doing here, shapes. If I just highlight that area in red, just so you know that when I remove this Fibonacci tool, you know what that red area is. So I'll remove it, gone. So we know what that red area is. And now I want to tell you what I believe might happen now on the Nasdaq. So I'm going to zoom out to the weekly chart. Now the market gives clues, and the market also likes round numbers. So what I'm going to do is take a horizontal line, I'm just going to put it onto the chart, and then I'm going to change the parameters. So it says 14,000, 14,000, and then that's a round number. And then I want to highlight to you what I'm seeing here. You see, let me see if I can draw some arrows in here. You see where price was here before? Here, and kind of there as well. It's almost the same place, and often the market will gravitate towards previous areas of support. So this used to be resistance for price, and now it will probably act as support. So I think personally, guys, that the Nasdaq's going to try and make its way down to the 14,000 level. Now I'm going to do one more technical thing here, which is draw another moving average, because I believe the 200-day moving average is at the same point on the daily chart. So I've just drawn that in on the weekly. Now if I go down to the daily, yes, that's what I thought. So I'm getting a little bit technical here, guys, I appreciate that, but I think some people will find this useful, or I hope they do. So what I've done is said, I believe currently that the Nasdaq could potentially make its way down to the 14,000 level, because this line, I've already showed you why I've drawn that line in, is also a 200-day moving average. And I know I talked about moving averages a few times recently, because the market does use them. Traders do use those moving averages, and the ones you want to make a note of are the 50-period moving average and the 200. Those are the ones I tend to use, but I don't talk about them a lot because I don't like to clutter my charts. But I'm hoping, guys, that I've just explained to you why I believe the Nasdaq's probably going to make its way down to this 14,000 level. Now, Monday may show a completely different story, and if the market does change, then I will do an update. But that's currently how I see things. Had that Fibonacci level, we have this selling pressure indicated by this red candle, and you know why I've drawn that line in there. That is a horizontal previous resistance. Let me just show you again on the weekly. Previous resistance for the price, indicated by those arrows, where price came up almost there, tapped it, dropped away, tapped it, dropped away, eventually made its way through the resistance. So this is why I think price is probably going to act as support there. I can't predict the future, guys. I can only show you what I'm seeing. So that is what I expect. The Nasdaq down to the 14,000 level if this selling continues. Back to the daily. We're currently at 14,800 thereabouts, so it's quite a significant drop to go. And of course I could be wrong. And as the market shows its hand, I will do more videos. But I really hope, although it's more technical, this video, I really hope it's of some use to some people. If you like what I'm doing, guys, please like and subscribe, because it really helps my channel, especially with the YouTube algorithm. And please comment. I really appreciate comments. Thank you for watching. Speak to you soon.